Very good afternoon and welcome to Euro 2024 live on LFS as we get ready for another day of round of 16 action as France take on Belgium, followed by Portugal taking on Slovenia a bit later on. The 2018 World Champions and the 2016 runners-up of the European Championships face off against Belgium, who are one of the sides that have probably underperformed in terms of the quality that they have had over the last 5 to 10 years. Les Bleus take on the Red Devils in Dusseldorf, the two top-ranked sides in FIFA's rankings of European football teams. These two will face off to see who can get to the last 8. France knocked out at the round of 16 last time out against Switzerland back in 2021 on penalties. Can they get their revenge? And Les Bleus looking to lift this trophy. That is their hopes. But the way they've played so far, there's going to need to be an improvement. Belgium will know the same stands for them. They've not been impressive so far. But this is certainly the game to get your competition underway. One will go through. Which? Will it be red or will it be blue? It will be shining around Dusseldorf later this evening. We will find out. Of course, we will know the winner of this one will play at the winner of our game a bit later on between Portugal and Slovenia. So we could have a matchup where we could see a repeat of the 2016 final that was held in Paris 8 years ago. That is a possibility, but it's all kind of circumstantial at the moment. Let's have a look at the teams then for this one. And Didier Deschamps has made a couple of changes after their 1-1 draw against Poland on match day 3 of the group, finishing runners-up in Group D in the end, France behind Austria. Mike Maignan starts in goal. A back 4 unchanged in Jules Koundé, Deo Upamecano, William Saliba and Theo Hernandez in defence. A midfield 3 that continues from that game against Poland. Aurelien Tchouameni, N'Golo Kanté and Adrien Rabiot make up the midfield 3. Antoine Griezmann a bit further ahead of that midfield in that kind of 10 role, with 2 forwards in Marcus Thuram and Kylian Mbappe as the front 2 for France, interesting enough. Captaining the side, of course, Kylian Mbappe. On the bench for France, Samba, Areola, Pavard, Mendy, Klose, Konate, Camavinga, Zaire-Emery, Fofana, Coman, Giroud, Colomwani, Barcola and Dembele. For Belgium, and Domenico Tedesco knows that his side have improvements if they're going to want to go through. They're going to need to improve. Koen Castells continues in goal. Timothy Castagne, Wout Faes, Jan Vertonghen and Arthur Theat make up the back 4. An interesting lineup for Belgium with the midfield of Amadou Onana, Kevin De Bruyne, the captain, Yannick Carrasco and Jeremy Doku in a kind of makeshift 4 in midfield, with a front 2 of Romelu Lukaku and Luis Openda in that role. On the bench for Belgium, Kaminski, Sells, De Bast, Witsel, De Kuyper, Franks, Mangala, Vermeeren, Tielemans, Trossard, De Ketelaere, Bakayoko and the previously suspended Luca Bacchio on the bench. Kick-off between France and Belgium is on the way next. A very good evening and welcome to our first game of the day. France and Belgium. What a way to get July off to a good start. Less than 2 weeks now between now and the final. And will France get their reprieve from 2021 when they went out at this stage? And will they follow suit as to what they delivered in their previous 3 of their previous 4 international tournaments, going deep and getting to the final? They have a really good record other than the last European Championships in international competitions. This French side, probably one of their most fruitful sides in 20 odd years. The likes of an Mbappe, etc, etc. You could go through the whole team. Belgium, probably the same argument. They've had probably their most quality side in a very, very long time, if not in their history, in their recent history anyway, but not brought the silverware to show for it on the big stage, and that'll be interesting to see whether or not they can with this side. Here's Antoine Griezmann for France. Rabiot, Griezmann, linking up well, finds Hernandez as Mbappe on the left, continues with his mask. Mbappe, here he is into the box, trying to weave his way through, closed down as Saliba with delivery, and Rabiot has that one well wide, but well created by France. They've gone into this interesting setup this afternoon with kind of a diamond in midfield. Interestingly, with Tchouaméni, Rabiot, Conte and Griezmann in that kind of diamond role with Thuram and Mbappe either side up front in the wide areas. It's actually really interesting to see kind of how that sets up for France and how they adapt in the game and how they attack, because the point made, Griezmann and Mbappe haven't played with each other since match day 1. Mbappe, of course, didn't appear in the game against the Netherlands on match day 2 of the group, and Griezmann only came off the bench against Poland in the second half. They have only started together once in the tournament so far, so we'll see what difference that could make to France's attack, because they haven't scored a goal from their own player from open play as of yet. They've only scored 2 goals in the tournament, one from an own goal on match day 1 and one from a penalty against Poland. So a lot of work still to do in the final third for France. Belgium, on the other hand, well, they know they've got a long way to go. They weren't that massively impressive in the group. Finished second in the group, did Belgium, behind Romania, who were the impressive side of Group E. Ultimately finishing above Belgium as they try and come round the back there. Luis Openda, well closed down by Dale Upamecano as Magnac goes long. Thuram tries to spin in behind, but Vout Fast had the cover, and Thuram was offside anyway. Flag goes up against the French number 15. Well, ultimately, from what we've seen from the early few minutes, initially it was expected to be a diamond midfield area for France, but it actually looks like they've gone for a 4-3-3 in a way, with Griezmann off the right, Mbappe off the left and Thuram through the middle, and then the midfield 3 of Rabiot, Tchouaméni and Conte. We'll keep an eye on it if it adapts throughout the game. Belgium trying to cross one in there through Castagna, well headed away, and Mbappe wasn't given the time to take it down, and as Onana wins it back for Belgium. De Bruyne switching the ball, but too much to find his Man City teammate there, Jeremy Doku. Throw into France. This is a certain matchup that's going to offer a lot here this afternoon. We're going to see some exciting football from both teams. We're going to see them try things in the attacking areas. Could turn into a real battle, a real scuffle. Although we're not going to try and hype it up like we did France-Netherlands, because that really went down like a lead balloon, shall we say. Really poor, lacking quality in that game, both teams in the group, France and the Netherlands at that time round. They try and come down the left there. Castagna to clear that one out for a France throw. It was a real poor display between France and the Netherlands in that group. France know if they want to become champions of Europe, if only they've done it before, and if we want to do it again like they did in 2000, they're going to have to improve from what they delivered already in the group and already in this tournament so far. I actually wouldn't know what to tell you about the expectations of Belgium, really. I mean, everybody wants to win, everybody wants to go far, of course, but realistically, can Belgium win? Can Belgium get that far? I mean, ultimately, I'm yet to see their kind of attacking threat. That's a number of teams in the tournament so far, that ultimate potency in the final third, a deliverance in and around the box, but defensively, both teams haven't been half bad. France or Belgium, been quite decent. France conceded just 1 goal That was against Poland, the penalty. So they're yet to concede from open play, France, which is interesting. Belgium, of course, have conceded 1 or 2. They've only conceded 1 goal as well. Belgium, of course, in their defeat to Slovakia. So both sides solid at the back. Griezmann tried to squeeze it through away by Fass. It's Doku tries to pick up the pieces, but France with their press win it back. Griezmann, now Thuram, off the right hand side here, Marcus Thuram, breaking in behind and running through a lot of bodies as he was sent to the floor there, but free kick was not given. Goal kick to Belgium. Yeah, Théat just trying to hold on to Marcus Thuram, and they just kind of go shoulder to shoulder. It's not a foul. Very fair challenge by Arthur Théat, although Marcus Thuram didn't believe so. Goal kick was the decision. Well, these two certainly know each other inside out. Of course, they've met at a number of high-profile contests over the years. Their most recent meeting in the 2018 World Cup and the UEFA Nations League in 2021. They were in the semi-finals, met in the semi-finals of both competitions. France coming out on top on both occasions, and they actually picked up the trophy when they met Belgium in those 2 tournaments. So Belgium seemed to be that good omen. When France beat Belgium, at least recently, they go on to win a trophy. Let's see if they can repeat that this afternoon. Belgium won't be an easy nut to crack, shall we say. They will be a solid, staunch defence that will just stifle the French creativity and quality in the final third. It's all about the cute touches. Rabiot. That's not a cute touch. It's a bit of a heavy pass. Had to be rescued a bit by Tchouaméni there. So it comes back with Upamecano. Through to Rabiot. It's been a bit of a kind of auxiliary figure in midfield for France. It's been in between both doing the defensive work, picking the ball up off the centre-backs and off the defence, carrying the ball forward, being in the final third, having chances. He's kind of that all-rounder, box-to-box midfielder, Adrien Rabiot, where he is everywhere in midfield for his country. So Penda will chase this ball. Magnac got there just ahead of him as Theo Hernandez brings it down. Both sides looking for an early press, wanting to press high. Tchouaméni through the lines, finds Griezmann, takes it down to Rabiot. Nice work. Here's Griezmann in between the lines. Griezmann to shoot. Very tame effort by Antoine Griezmann. Easy catch there for Koen Castells, but it was a nice move in between the lines from France there between Rabiot and Griezmann. We've seen those two link up quite a lot in midfield in the build-up for France. All the talk before the game about if Antoine Griezmann starts, you certainly do not want to allow him time and space on the ball, because he can hurt you massively. I mean, I've spoke about it in other commentaries for France, but ultimately that 2018 World Cup side was literally run by Antoine Griezmann. He carried that team forward. He was the main player in that team. I mean, we're talking 6 years ago now, when he was at his peak, the peak of his powers, you know, in his 30s now, still very much contributing and massively threatening at the age of 33, but, you know, 27, 6 years ago in that World Cup in Russia, he was a world beater. He was one of the best players in the world at the time. As France get the throw in there, Lukaku well matched. Back there by Arsenal centre-back William Saliba. Yeah, both having a grab of each other there, and Saliba did well. And the last touch did come off Lukaku. It's not foul. Strong defending. Seen a couple of those physical battles early on. The referee just allowing them to let go. Allowing the game to flow a bit more. That's what we want to see. Here's Mbappe. Tchouaméni to N'Golo Kanté. It was very impressive against Poland. N'Golo Kanté had that resurgence back in the French national side over the last year or so. N'Golo Kanté back in the fold. Koundé licking up with Griezmann, back in the box. There's Koundé, the cutback. No one there to meet it as France keep the press on. Belgium trying to get bodies back. Good work from Upamecano to break forward, but couldn't get a pass off. That was really good overlapping play by Jules Koundé. Fantastic work. He's very good at getting forward but also dropping back, Jules Koundé. In between, very good at both roles, but he got forward really well there, linked up nicely with Antoine Griezmann off the right hand side, broke into the box, got to the byline and tried to cut it back. None of his teammates were there to try and finish. It's been a similar problem for France all the way through the tournament so far. They've not had that kind of poacher in the box that if there is a cutback or a cross fed in, they've not had that player in there that has gone to finish off those chances. Mbappe's not that type of player. Seen Thuram do bits and pieces of it. Likes to come deep and take the ball to feet, Thuram, more than deliveries into the box. Which is an interesting idea. If France want to go down the idea of putting crosses in, and the idea of having a Thuram up front maybe isn't the best idea. He's not that type of player. He's got the height and the physicality and the ability. See, it doesn't seem to be his game at the moment. Here's Theo Hernandez. Mbappe. Back it comes to Aurélien Tchouaméni, who will switch that out to the right. Koundé takes it down. Nice work. Back to Griezmann. Griezmann with a delivery deep to the back post, and that one was targeting Kylian Mbappe, and Castagna had the cover to put it out for the corner. So Mbappe was lurking at the back post there. Again, good link up between Koundé and Griezmann again down that right hand side, and Griezmann got it onto his left foot and whipped the cross in very deep to the back post, almost at the byline, and did get it into that area. Mbappe was lurking and Castagna had to put it behind for the France corner. First corner of the game. Set pieces have been another area where France haven't been at their very best. I mean, their only goals scored by their only players come from a set piece, of course, the penalty, but corners and free kicks haven't been at their most potent, as the corner's taken short. Mbappe. Theo Hernandez, Mbappe! Over the bar. Said it took a deflection, Kylian Mbappe. The referee says no. And now Aurélien Tchouaméni's got a yellow card. And the referee's dished out a yellow card there to one of the French players, Aurélien Tchouaméni. That took a deflection. I mean, that's obvious. I'm confused at that completely. One of the French players, Aurélien Tchouaméni, just got a yellow card for arguing with the referee. We know that. That's going to be the case. But the referee did get the decision wrong. It was a corner. Goal kick was given. And that's why France were felt a bit hard done by there. And Mbappe's shot was deflected behind. Officials didn't pick up on that. And France don't get the benefit. And now here come Belgium. Up the other end as Theo Hernandez cuts back. And wins the ball. Good challenge. Very physical game so far. Kanté. Thuram. Flicks it out to Koundé. That's better from France. Now Griezmann. This game's opening up all of a sudden. Koundé. Tchouaméni. So we want to see that pace, that quality in the final third from both sides, bursting at the opposite defence. Certainly got it in abundance, both teams. Have a more open game, it makes for a better spectacle. For the neutral, anyway. And France have had the majority of the possession in the first 16 minutes or so. Over 60% of the ball, 64% to be exact. They've had all the shots so far, so Belgium just holding off a slight bit. France starting to assert their dominance slightly and their quality in the game. I think the first goal will be massive. We've seen a number of sides in the tournament dominate possession in the early chances, not take them, and end up finding themselves 1-0 down in the tournament. Hernandez, Tchouaméni, Rabiot. Enjoying all the possession at the moment, France. Koundé looking to deliver. The low one. And hooked away there by Théat. Will be a France corner. And the referee, I think, just talking to the Kylian Mbappe there. Carrasco was running through a bit earlier on. They might have wanted a penalty there as Hernandez was cutting back, but it's not a penalty. Far from that. Corner to France then. Griezmann to take. Left-footed delivery. Onto the front post. And the header is wide from Marcus Thuram. Bit of a wasted opportunity that. Tried to get it across the front post and he was miles wide of the post. There, Thuram. Yeah, it's not a great header by the centre forward. Here's Arthur Théat for Belgium. Lifting over the top, looking for a runner. Saliba there to cut that one out. And France retain possession with Rabiot. Out it comes to the left-hand side to Theo Hernandez. Mbappe. Hernandez again. Back it comes once more. Saliba. France certainly pushing up the pitch quite a bit. Maybe just a bit tentative at the moment. France just comfortable in the way they play, and Belgium not looking to commit too much. Allowing France to have the ball at the moment, and this moment in time, not pressing too intently. Domenico Tedesco's side, just sitting off a slight bit. Here's Kylian Mbappe, who can unleash a bit of bursting pace. Nice work round the corner there from Rabiot. Koundé down the right. Back it comes to Rabiot. No way through that time. As France have to recycle the ball and go again. Rabiot. Through the middle finds Conte. Again has to come backwards. Out to Tchouaméni. Down the left flank. Plays it on to Hernandez. Bodies in the middle. Lots of Belgian players in the way. France try and weave their way through. Here's Rabiot who will shoot, but it's another unnecessary effort probably. But a frustrating one, that one. That goes over the bar. It's one of those ones where you can see that France just got a bit impatient there and lost their kind of way a bit. Just wanted to shoot from distance, try something different, but I don't think that was again the right decision. Seen one or two of those types of efforts from long range from France, and it's just not worked. Belgium patient in their approach, not looking to rush things. Here's Lukaku, lays it off nicely. Carrasco down the right hand side. Cross comes in. Koundé there has that comfortably dealt with as he chests it back to his keeper, Mike Maignan. That's really all that Belgium have offered so far. Those little runs, those counter-attacking runs. On the rare occasion, we've not seen much of Kevin De Bruyne so far in the game and getting onto the ball and trying to dictate. This fight fast was taking no risks in that header. Bombed it out for a throw-in. Certainly not wanting possession as much, Belgium. That's clear. That's obvious. It's whether they will get away with that for long enough. Here's Jules Koundé. Back there was Doku dropping back. Conte in between the lines. Flicked in by Tchouaméni. It's deep. Thuram was up. And the keeper will be the next one up. Cohen Castells, who will grab comfortably for Belgium there. Some slight glimpses of what France can offer, but again, nothing clear-cut at the moment between the two sides. 21 gone. France 0, Belgium 0 in the Merkur-Spiel Arena in Dusseldorf. This is our 5th round of 16 game. 3 more to come. We've won a bit later on between Portugal and Slovenia, which is going to be an interesting tie. A bit later on, of course, the winner of this one will play the winner of that tie a bit later. So that's going to set up an interesting format. And then tomorrow we have Romania-Netherlands from 5, and the final game of the knockouts of the round of 16 knockout stage is Austria-Turkey tomorrow from 8. So we will know our quarter-finalists in just over 24 hours' time. Who will play who? We already know 2 of our matchups. Spain-Germany on Friday and England-Switzerland on Saturday. Cracking matchup at Spain-Germany. The hosts against probably the most impressive side of the tournament so far. All round the pitch, Spain have been excellent. We'll see one of those go home by the end of this week. Spain or Germany. Here's Jeremy Doku, who has been bright. Doku in previous games has been very threatening for Belgium, but hasn't had that clinical edge, that finish, that final pass has let him down. No doubting his quality, no doubting his ability to run out of defence. Here he comes again, Doku, down the left-hand side. Looking to squeeze it through. He'll actually get the free kick here as he took the shot. And it will find its way for a Belgium free kick here. To say it again. Yeah, he just was clipped there by Antoine Griezmann. And which gets Griezmann a yellow card. Maybe a bit harsh, the yellow, but free kick certainly. Bit clumsy that from Antoine Griezmann. And this could be a good moment for Belgium. This is probably what they've been hoping for. Get runners on into the French attack, maybe win a free kick or a set piece of some sort to get De Bruyne on the ball that can create something from nothing. Here is Kevin De Bruyne. Wide on the left, this free kick, just outside the box. De Bruyne with the delivery. Oh, and Mike Magna had to kick it away. That was certainly not kind of conventional, that type of save from Mike Magna, but he did the job and got the ball away. As Griezmann forces the ball forward, but almost giving away possession as Rabiot slides in to win the ball. Ends up taking out Doku. And it's going to be another yellow card. France are racking up the yellows here in this first half. Adrien Rabiot, the next one in the book. Yeah, it's another late challenge. Jeremy Doku, the one that was fouled. And Adrien Rabiot, if France progress to the quarterfinals, Rabiot will not be involved for that one. He will miss that match if France progress from this game. I mean, I have to see this free kick again. De Bruyne with a nice whip delivery. It took a slight deflection, which probably upended Magna, confused him completely. And he wasn't set up to make a save with his hand, so he just threw a right leg at it and booted it away into the air. Very unconventional, but it's all about keeping the ball out of the net. That's his job, and he did that. He did it well, to be fair. 25 minutes gone in Dusseldorf. Still 0-0 between France and Belgium. France certainly racking up the yellow cards. Belgium, maybe their game plan starting to work. Winning those free kicks, winning those set pieces. Frustrating France a bit more. But at the moment, France certainly have more of the possession, have more of the control of the play. At the moment, Belgium might just have a slight edge in winning those free kicks and those set pieces at the moment. Just breaking up the momentum and the rhythm of France's play at this moment in time. De Bruyne looking to play from deep. Just going to switch it out wide. Was kept in down that right hand side, but France tried to win it back. They give it away again. Poor pass by Rabiot. So Onana picks it up for Belgium. It's now Belgium's turn to get on the ball. Teat. Wide on the left is Doku. Doku through the lines. Nice spin by Openda. Openda with a cut back. Still in the box. The shot blocked. And Carrasco was in there. And then Onana with a challenge. Goes out for the goal kick. They're asking for handball. Belgium here. See this again. Doku. Fabulous spin by Luis Openda. Cut back into the box. France try to clear it. And Carrasco with a strike at the back post. That's not a handball. It comes off the kind of hip of Theo Hernandez there. That's not a handball. But Belgium creating a good chance there. Their forwards getting very heavily involved in that moment. And they looked fluid. Griezmann again tries to that reverse pass around the corner to Thuram. Doesn't work out. Belgium in a good spell here. France maybe stuttering a bit. Wout Faes on the ball. Cross to Vertonghen. Teat. 3 at the back for Belgium at the moment. De Bruyne. De Bruyne sitting deeper, which is interesting. You usually see him a lot higher up on the pitch to impact the game. More in the final third, in an attacking midfield role. But we've seen him drop deep a bit more in this Belgium side in the last few games. He tries to break forward there. He does get into a good space, De Bruyne. And now comes down the right as Carrasco. Bodies in the box again, and Carrasco tried to cut it back, but Conte clears it away. Griezmann does well to hold off the challenge there, Griezmann, as Hernandez now. Mbappe. Now Griezmann in space. Through the middle, linking up with Thuram. And they're trying to go for the pass back there. Thuram, well closed out by Luis Openda getting back. Certainly a very evenly matched set up at the moment. Mbappe with another burst of pace in field, but lost his balance there as he gives the ball away. Carrasco trying to spin from deep, but has to go backwards to Castagna. Out fast to Onana. Down the right hand side comes Castagna. Amadou Onana to Kevin De Bruyne. Onana again. 29 minutes gone. 0-0. Both sides pushing a bit more now. Belgium probably had their best spell of the game in the last 5-10 minutes or so. Been on the ball a bit more. Started to impact the game in the final third and get their forwards much more involved. The likes of a Carrasco and Openda. Even De Bruyne as well. Higher up. Doku tried to get involved there, but that switch ball just overhit. And it will be a France throw. I think what one of these games needs, just a goal that will burst it into life, will really open the game up. You know, we say goals change games, but it makes the sides take a few more risks. Some of the decisions that both sides are making are a bit too conservative at the moment, not taking enough risks. As Koundé tried to play the ball through there. Neither here nor there on Griezmann or Thuram. Belgium win the ball back pretty comfortably. De Bruyne. Teat. Back to Kevin De Bruyne. To ping one forward, looking for the run of Openda, but well closed down and stopped by Mike Magna, who gathers. McMania, who did save Robert Lewandowski's first penalty again in the Poland game for France, but had to be retaken as he was just off his line when the shot was taken. Therefore, penalty had to be retaken, and Lewandowski scored the second time. Magna's been very solid for France. He's not had much to deal with, but when he has had bits and pieces to deal with, he has sorted it out well as France come forward. Theo Hernandez, a cross-turned shot there, but went behind. Good play from France again. The ball fed out to Theo Hernandez, and initially I thought it was a cross, and I think he was going for cross, but it turned out to be a shot that went well wide. But better moment in between the lines there from France. That's where they're at their most threatening, when they can play those intricate one-touch passes from left to right or from right to left. When they are moving, the front line is fluid and moving and kind of interchanging really well, and with pace, that's where France can really hurt you. They've got the quality players that can do it, just haven't seen it enough. And that's credit to Belgium on one point, but also a lacking effort, a lacking of kind of deliverance from France on that front so far. Arthur Théat. There's a lot of promise for both of these teams in this game so far. There are definitely a lot of positives. There's Griezmann pushed to the floor there by De Bruyne. The two number 7s. Will be a free kick to France. If France are to go to the final of the European Championships, or even Belgium, either of these two teams are to get far, they're going to have to come up against some top sides. This is regarded as the tough side of the draw. Of course, the winner of this one will play the winner of Portugal-Slovenia. That's a lovely switch ball. Koundé with the delivery. The header is just wide by Marcus Thuram. Not a bad effort. Better from France. That long diagonal from left to right. Out to Jules Koundé, bringing the width for France, and a really nice cross. Takes the touch and whips it in. And Thuram gets ahead of everyone else in there, but just can't head it towards goal. Just off target. That was better in terms of combinations for France. Simplifying it, not overcomplicating the attacking football. It worked out, almost worked out there in the final third. Just over 10 minutes to go in the first half. Still goalless in Dusseldorf. France having the better of the chances so far. The referee has just took a second or two there before he gave a free kick to Belgium. Initially it was set up for a... I mean, again, I wouldn't say there's very much in that from Jules Koundé. Jeremy Doku does well in winning the free kick. There's not much in it, but you go to ground, you have asked the referee a question. And the referee replied with a free kick. Here is Jeremy Doku. Down the left, Griezmann and Koundé in the wake, but cannot stop him as Belgium just about run out of room. France got bodies back and will get the throw in. That was wonderful from Jeremy Doku to take on two in Koundé and Griezmann and weave his way through them, slalom his way through the two, and not look fazed by it one bit. Was fabulous. That's what type of quality he can deliver. Yeah, just a bit of a push on Chouameni as he cleared the ball there for France. Got them a free kick. William Saliba to Upamecano. Fed down the line. Griezmann has to go back to Koundé. Chouameni. Hernandez back to Aurelien Chouameni. And a fizz one in behind, looking for Theo Hernandez's run. Just about got there, the cut back. Thuram was in the vicinity, but Castells got there ahead of him. Another good move. It was that long ball from France. Again, simplifying the attacking play. One long ball in behind. Hernandez got to the byline, cuts the ball back, and looking for the centre forward. Almost finding a way through, but Castells anticipated it and got there ahead of the French centre forward in Marcus Thuram. Vertonghen, the old-time appearance maker for Belgium, Jan Vertonghen. And such experience leading that Belgian defence at the moment. Mbappe. Chouameni. Again, just caught on the ball, but did enough to get it back to his teammate Saliba. Sometimes France can dawdle on the ball a bit. They can get caught in possession a few times. Have already this afternoon once or twice. Mbappe tried to flick it round the corner for Hernandez. Blocked off. Belgium clear it away. Carrasco. Stolen away from him by Chouameni. And Hernandez to Mbappe. Back to Hernandez. Now Mbappe again. On the left flank, Kylian Mbappe. Chouameni. Lifted into the box. Just ahead of Griezmann as fast clears. And that goes out for a France throw. Here's Rabiot to make the inside run. Linking up with Conte. Just cut out. Griezmann couldn't reach. Saliba, though, will be a brick wall at the back for France. They're starting to grow. Keep the ball. Keep the pressure on the Belgian defence. Conte in the box. Not a sentence I thought I would be saying very much. Koundé. Griezmann. Better play from France. Here's Mbappe. Look at it cross it. Closed down well by Belgium. But cannot get out as De Bruyne's ball is misplaced. Chouameni. Rabiot. Mbappe off the right now for a slight second or two. Back to Griezmann. Again, that fluidity of France in the forward areas as Chouameni will hit one. Again off target. Saw the space open up and thought, why not hit it? Not a bad effort, just curled away at the last moment, but it was just angling for the top post as it spun away, or the top corner as it spun away there at the last second. Not a bad effort from Chouameni. But again, a better spell there from France, a better moment of creating one or two good opportunities, keeping the pressure on Belgium, suffocating them a slight bit, not allowing them that out ball. It's better pressure in the final third from Les Bleus. One thing that the fine line they'll have to tread is 3 of their players are on a yellow card, so if they're going to be more physical and trying to challenge, they do need to be careful. That is something they will have to focus on. It might actually give Didier Deschamps a bit of a decision to make in terms of substitutes early in the second half. Hernandez dealt with that ball well, brought down by Chouameni. Rabiot. Played on to Mbappe, who can run. Breaks down the left. Now Hernandez. Back to Rabiot again. Kylian Mbappe. Chips it over the top, looking for Rabiot into the box. Rabiot looking for the cross. Thuram on the spin. Koundé still alive. A cross again. Cleared away by Belgium. Bit of last-ditch defending from the Red Devils, but it was necessary. France are starting to turn the screw a bit here. They're starting to knock on the door. Chouameni. Conte. Out wide to Koundé. A goal before half-time would be absolutely priceless for France. Belgium Maybe at the moment just trying to ride this little storm that France are trying to throw at them. Just carry this through to half-time. They've not been bad, Belgium, in this first half. Here's William Saliba to make a run forward. Got forward. Cuts it back to Hernandez. Now Mbappe. Fizz it out to the right. Brought down by Koundé. A lot of bodies in and around the Belgian box. Not many running inside it at this moment in time. Tchouaméni. Wide it goes again to Hernandez. Mbappe just played it behind Hernandez, but he can recycle that. Keep the possession. It's Kylian Mbappe again. Chops inside Onana. It's that little burst of pace that it just takes him away from a marker in a split second. It's hard to track, hard to stop as Rabiot gets caught in a muddle. Luckily he has Upamecano and Saliba back there to help him out. Conte, better play from France, the sustained possession. Conte, Griezmann. Conte again. Now Antoine Griezmann breaking through, finds Thuram. Tried to go for the 1-2, but completely overhit that one. Did Thuram, but again France will just conjure up the bodies to win it back again. Those two centre-backs stopping any sort of Belgian counter at this moment in time. As Conte again playing around in midfield, linking up nicely. Griezmann round the corner. Just try to flick it forward, but too far ahead of Thuram. But again, nice intricate play. The approach play is really nice from France. They just need that killer pass, that killer moment that's just not there at the moment. I mean, the approach play in between the lines, the spinning and turning and twisting and breaking away in the midfield from this Belgian team. Can't at the moment keep a hold of them. Tayat just collided with Mbappe a bit earlier on. That's why he's gone down for a moment or two here. He did have that slight stoppage. Mbappe just trying to deliver a bit of information to Rabiot. Will it be 0-0 at half-time, or will we get a breakthrough before the interval? We have about 90 seconds of the first 45 to go, plus any additional time that will be added on by the referee. I haven't told you who the referee is yet. It's Glenn Nyberg from Sweden. The ball into the box there from Castells. Almost finding Lukaku. As France get the free kick there deep. Rabiot fouled by De Bruyne. De Bruyne arguing with the referee, but I don't think that would be a good idea. Yeah, it's a dangerous challenge there by De Bruyne. He just swung a right leg and the studs were showing. It's lucky from De Bruyne that he didn't get any more than just a free kick against them there. I think he would probably count himself lucky. Referee's been a bit happy with the cards. Loves that pocket of his. Here's Theo Hernandez. Breaking forward. Will be a French corner. Again, good challenge by Wout Faes. Stopping Theo Hernandez in that bursting run down the left-hand side. Almost finding a way through. It's a good challenge in the end. Very solid challenge. One that got the corner. Last couple of seconds of the first 45. Griezmann over to take this corner. Goes short. Mbappe. Look at lift it into the box. Cleared away by Vertonghen at the front post. So Hernandez will feed it back out to Mbappe at the end of the first half. Mbappe trying to squeeze his way through. He's still got a hold of the ball somehow. Here he comes into the box. Cut back. Strike is over the bar by Aurélien Tchouaméni. Probably should do better there, Tchouaméni. That was wonderful from Kylian Mbappe. Riding challenges so well. How he keeps the ball, I do not know. He gets to the byline, cuts it back. And Tchouaméni running onto it, leaning back. It was always rising and it was always heading into the stands. You'd want a more natural finisher in that type of position if you were France there. That has been similar diagnosis again for France. Everything up until the final killer pass, that last touch, is perfect. And that is where we leave the first half. First 45 coming to a close, and at the moment, Kylian Mbappe hasn't found a breakthrough for his team yet. France, at the moment, they've been the better side in the first half. They've played the better football. Belgium maybe giving France a bit too much respect, to be honest, allowing them too much of the ball at times, and that's why they struggle. And at half-time, it is France 0, Belgium 0. Analysis on the way next. Welcome back to Euro 2024 live on LFS. It is half-time in our first game of the day between France and Belgium, the top two ranked sides in Europe at the moment. Second in the world, France. Third in the world, Belgium. Both behind, of course, world champions Argentina. At the moment in the FIFA rankings, but at the moment, both sides struggling to try and find the net in that first half. France, the much more threatening of the two sides, I would have to say, after that first half. Belgium not getting their forwards on the ball enough. They did in moments and spells in that first half, but not consistently enough, I'd have to say. But the game actually started pretty open, pretty decent between the two, both having early attempts, early attacks. Just those last passes letting both attacks down. But I think France certainly had a lot more of the ball. It was clearly an idea from Belgium to allow France a bit more of the ball, to step off, to sit a bit deeper, allow France to dictate possession, to dominate the ball, and allow them to kind of think that they're controlling play in a sense and try and hit them on the counter. We've seen multiple times in the tournament so far, and I've mentioned it a numerous amount of times, about how a side dominating possession doesn't always have it their own way in a game. That counter-attacking threat has been very potent and very obvious in the tournament so far. But Belgium really didn't make it work in that first half. They really struggled at times. I mean, probably one of their best chance of the game was when Louis Openda made a run in behind and spun the French defenders. But they haven't done that enough, Belgium, to kind of warrant them playing that type of system. They've looked more competitive, more attacking, more comfortable in their play when they've gone kind of toe-to-toe with France in that first half, rather than sitting off, sitting deep and allowing France to have the ball. When Belgium were competitive in the game in that first half, they were pushing up a bit higher. They were winning the balls off France, pressing them a lot more intently, a lot more aggressively, and not allowing France time on the ball, forcing them to make either kind of mistakes or loose passes, or just catching them while they're dawdling on the ball. I mentioned in that first half, France do dawdle on the ball. They do keep the ball for a second or two before they do figure out what pass they want to make. They can be a bit kind of patient, shall we say, too patient at times in their passing, France, when they do have quite a lot of possession. So that's something maybe Belgium will want to try and look to try and break apart and kind of hone in on in the second half, maybe, in trying to counter. But ultimately, I would say, again, similar ideas from France, similar diagnostics from previous games. Really good approach play, really good in possession play. Their defence looks strong, their midfield looks confident and really fluid, and well kind of oiled machine in that area. but it's when they get into the final third, those last passes, that last moment, that last setup, even their shots at times, it's just not clicking. Said that they don't have that killer movement, that killer pass, that clinical finish at the moment. Couple of chances gone a bit wayward in that first half. Some decent moments, some decent spells, but ultimately lacking in those final third areas at the moment. But certainly a lot more promise for France than Belgium, I would say, based on what we saw in that first half. I think France at the moment showing their quality, showing their ability. Again, it's just that final third where they are struggling. I think Griezmann's been very interesting in what role he's been taking up. I mean, there was a bit of interest, a bit of debate as to what system France would play for this game. We saw the lineups and we were wondering whether it would be a diamond in midfield or whether they would continue with that 4-3-3 that they played against Poland and similarly sometimes against the Netherlands. It actually has been more to that point of a 4-3-3. So the diamond was certainly not a non-starter, certainly for Didier Deschamps. We didn't see that at all throughout the game. Initially, that's what kind of the thought was, but Mbappe certainly a lot more on that left. Griezmann taking up kind of a right wing role with Thuram through the middle, and then that midfield three. So more of a 4-3-3 formation with Hernandez and Koundé, the fullbacks, bombing up either wing to offer the width a bit further, because France have gone for a more narrow front three. I mean, we've seen in previous games Mbappe hugging the touchline or Dembele hugging the touchline on the opposite side. When they do get the width with their fullbacks in the likes of Koundé and Hernandez, they have been narrow, they've been compact, and they've been very kind of in the confines of the penalty area, the width of the penalty area, the French front three, in Mbappe, Griezmann and Thuram. And that's probably where they find their best chances in that first half, when they've been playing in between the lines, or two very good moments when they've used the width with their fullbacks. Koundé with simple football. We can say all the time in the world, when you have a lot of possession, you can overcomplicate the game, overpass your plays. Simple football has worked in moments for France. They had one or two half-decent efforts in that first half. When there was a ball swung out to Koundé on the right-hand side, whipped it in first time, threatening to try and Thuram had the header just wide. Similarly, on the other side, nice ball down the line, over the top from Saliba, over the top to Theo Hernandez, got to the byline, cuts it back, looking for Thuram. That's where France have found a bit of initiative from the wide areas, not with their wingers and the likes of either a Dembele that they did have in previous games or an Mbappe. They've come, their wingers have been much further infield with Mbappe and Griezmann today, and Thuram being more of that focal point up front. At times he has dropped deeper, but mainly sitting up front. Belgium, interesting again. I've been fascinated with what way Belgium have played. They kind of switched it towards the end of the half, when they tried to push up a bit more against France, kind of pinpoint them and be a bit more aggressive. That's where they were more competitive, in the middle kind of area of the half, the middle 10-15 minutes of the half, when they were pressing more aggressively. Ultimately, in the end, they weren't getting it to Lukaku. I don't think we've seen much of Lukaku in that first half. Doku's got on the ball, but maybe not in the right areas, maybe been a bit too deep. He's been playing more of as a kind of a wing back, in a sense, where he's taking the ball off Tayet, who's playing in the back three with Vertonghen and Fass, kind of carrying as a wing back. He's just a bit too deep to try and penetrate. Maybe Doku needs to be further up that left-hand side on the left flank to really test, to pin the French defenders back. Just not doing that enough, maybe, for me in that first half. Similarly, on the other side, Carrasco's got a bit more joy with it because Theo Hernandez has been bombing up a bit more than Koundé. Koundé's balanced it well on the right for France. Hernandez has been a bit further up the field, which allowed Carrasco a bit more space down that right flank to try and break free, and he's had one or two moments of a good quality in that first half, Yannick Carrasco. But the midfielders, which is interesting, in Onana and De Bruyne, very deep, and it's interesting to see what Domenico Tedesco will try and adjust, whether he will want to get De Bruyne a bit further up the pitch, because when he has been, in the rare moments in that first half, when he has been further up the field, he has been more threatening for Belgium. He has been causing more of a threat. That's where he plays. Yes, he can play a bit deeper, he can, but it's not where he wants to be. It's not where he's at his best. He's at his best when he's in and around that attacking midfield and causing problems to the opposite defensive midfielders. You know, in and around that pocket, in and around the 10 rule. Not necessarily a 10, but in and around that area centrally, deeper behind the centre half, behind the centre forward, and ahead of the opposite centre halves, causing issues in between the lines. Not seen as much of that from De Bruyne in that first half, and maybe that could be another reason as to why Belgium haven't been as potent and as threatening in their attacks as maybe France were in that first half ultimately. But both sides certainly need improvement, certainly need to up the level, and more needs to be shown from them. But on the evidence of that first half, I think France have looked the brighter of the two teams, the more comfortable in their play, and I think Belgium have tried something in that first half. Maybe not working as probably they should, as maybe they thought it would, in allowing France to have the ball and try and counter. It hasn't been as threatening as initially what was probably thought before the game. And they've been a lot more threatening, as I said, when they've gone toe-to-toe with France and offered a bit more in the final third, getting their players higher up the pitch. Other than that, I don't think Belgium have really caused France much trouble in that first half. Ultimately, let's just run you through the stats then, just before we go to a break. France have had more of the possession in that first half, 59% to Belgium's 41%, so not as dominant as what it was earlier in the game, which is probably due to the fact that Belgium did get a bit of a good spell in that first half, but France overall the better side on the ball. France had 9 shots to Belgium's 1. Just the 1 shot on target from France, though. Belgium without a shot on target from that first half. 1 big chance for France, which was missed, of course. Both keepers have made 1 save. France have had all the corners, 3 corners. Belgium without a corner in that first half at all. France have had 16 touches in Belgium's penalty box. Belgium have had just 6 touches in France's penalty box. In terms of long ball play, France have gone long ball 19 times in that first half, 16 of those times accurate. In terms of Belgium's long ball football, they've gone long ball 23 times, but only 10 of those long ball efforts have found one of their players. France have entered the final third much more times, over double the amount of times of Belgium. 44 times for France, Belgium just 19. And also their final third passing. France have had 129 passes in the final third, 111 of those accurate. That's 86% of their final third passing has been accurate, France. Compare that to Belgium's 54% accuracy in the final third, although they've only had 35 passes in the final third to combat that. France are doing the better in terms of tackles, interception, ball recoveries, much more accurate at this moment in time. But very little between the sides, ultimately, in terms of goal scoring. XG, not much, really, to write home about for either side. 0.38 XG for France, 0.08 for Belgium. Both having to up their attacking football abilities. Second half between France and Belgium in the round of 16 is on the way next, which is 0-0 at the moment. Will there be goals in the second half? We'll find out. Do stay with us. Welcome back to Euro 2024 Live. Don't forget one more game to come for you a bit later on. As Group F winners, Portugal take on Slovenia, who finished third in Group C, having drawn all of their games. Slovenia unbeaten at the tournament so far. Portugal losing on match day 3 of their group after they had already secured top spot in the group. That one is at 8 o'clock kickoff a bit later on tonight. And we're having a few technical difficulties. I do apologise. System's running a bit slow. we do apologise for that. Not happened before. We should have that sorted now. It should be okay. To continue, as the players heading back out onto the field for the second half then. Both sides work to do, especially in the final third in the second half. There is a lot more needed from both teams in terms of their attacking quality. But the good thing is, there's been no damage done, and both sides will certainly want to go for it a bit more in the second half. Not in a major hurry, because one goal could cost you in the whole of the tie. But both need to take a few more risks in the final third. But France certainly showing the better of it so far, but still 0-0 as they get ready for the second half. Referee just doing his final checks. No indication of any changes at half-time either, so same 22 that left the field around 15 minutes ago will be re-entering and playing their part at least from the start of the second half anyway. Just waiting for the signal from UEFA. UEFA official on the sidelines as we get back underway. Belgium kick us off for the second 45. The next 45 minutes will be crucial. I mean, it could come down to even further than that if we end up level after the 90 minutes, as we did yesterday in England's game against Slovakia. The only game that's gone to extra time so far. No penalty shootouts just yet. Quite a lot of knockout games still to come, so not to worry. Here's Mbappe. Looking for the deep cross. That one's far too deep from Kylian Mbappe. Goal kick to Belgium. Well, these sides, I said before, aren't unknown to each other. They've played each other quite a number of times. This is the 76th meeting between France and Belgium in the country's histories. 75 previous appearances. Belgium actually have won more of the fixtures than France over the years. Belgium 30 wins, France 26 out of the 75 previous meetings, 19 draws, and over 160 goals for Belgium, 131 goals for France in the previous meeting. So a lot of goals in the previous meetings, which is lacking at the moment so far. But they certainly have met quite a number of times before. They know each other very well. Certainly these sets of players do. There's quite a number of Belgian players that have played in France. Quite a number of them in the squad of Belgium. Talk about that in a moment. Here is Lukaku. Well closed down by Theo Hernandez. Oh, that clearance, not great from Rabiot. Picked up by De Bruyne. Onana. This is good commitment there from Belgium to get up the pitch a bit more. Carrasco. Now Onana looking to break to the edge of the box. Held off Mbappe well there. Onana, nice spin round the corner. Carrasco with a delivery. No one in there to meet it. And Koundé will see that back to his keeper. There are quite a number of players for Belgium that have played in France. Arthur Tayet still plays in France. The only player in the squad for Belgium that still plays in France. Oral Mangala on the bench, played for Lyon for a spell earlier this year. Mats Sells, Wout Faes, Thomas Meunier, Yuri Tielemans, Amadou Onana, Yannick Carrasco, Dodi Lukebakio, Luis Openda and Jeremy Doku have all played in France at club level before. None of the French players have played in Belgium. None of them in this squad have played in the Belgian leagues previously. There's a few matchups that have played together, of course. There's Griezmann. Played in between the lines, closed down. Well worked in the middle there by Belgium, although hoofed pass by Vertonghen, given away to Hernandez. Now Mbappe, looking to chop onto his right. Squares it across to N'Golo Kanté. And now Tchouaméni with a strike. Took a deflection. Will be a corner to France. That was a better effort from Aurélien Tchouaméni there. Sweeping it with his right. Just took a nick off the left foot of Wout Faes. That could have been a nervy one for Faes. Good save ultimately by Castells, who had it covered, but could have made it difficult for his keeper there, the Belgian defender. Luckily his keeper had it covered. France with the early corner. Both teams attacking their sets of fans in the second half. Griezmann to take this delivery. Lifts it into the box, the header. Wasn't convincing by Upamecano. Now Mbappe into the box. Look at the strike. Hits it straight at Wout Faes. It's Hernandez. Brought down there by Luis Openda as he got on the ball. Will be a France free kick. The referee taking no prisoners here this afternoon. Right, stern. Yeah, a bit of a late shove there by Luis Openda. Didier Deschamps not happy. Maybe wanted to see the flinging of a yellow card there in Luis Openda's direction, but it didn't come from the referee. Maybe that's why Didier Deschamps a bit frustrated. But France get the free kick. Griezmann to take. Decent area. Left flank. Can whip it in here. Antoine Griezmann. Left-footed delivery. Bit short. Cleared away by De Bruyne. Koundé will lift it back in. Incoming is Thuram over the bar. Another header not found in there by France. The deliveries are really pinpoint from Jules Koundé. Had a couple in the first half, and that's another one. Really nice delivery. Sweeped into the box, and up in the air was Marcus Thuram again. And that header just flicking off his head and over the bar, but has to try and head down towards the ground at the very least. Has to keep those types of headers down. He's had one or two very good opportunities in the game, and none of them finding the net so far. Got a lot of confidence from his head coach, Marcus Thuram. Didier Deschamps certainly believes in the player and in his ability and in his quality. So far, Thuram, maybe a bit harsh to say he hasn't repaid him, but it would be the case. This is his third appearance in the tournament. The only game he hasn't played so far for France was the game against Poland on match day 3. Did play against Austria and against the Netherlands. Was on the bench for the Poland game. Back in the side this afternoon. Certainly a belief from Didier Deschamps that Marcus Thuram has the quality and the ability to get him somewhere. Scored 13 goals, 7 assists in Serie A last season with Inter, on their way to lifting the title. Rabiot. Upamecano down the right to Koundé. Bit hesitant there, Jules Koundé. Had to come back the way to Upamecano. Saliba now, Rabiot. Lifts it over the top, looking for the run of Thuram. Just a slight yard or two ahead of, again, Marcus Thuram, but Castells there to gather. Certainly trying to target the French centre-forward, his teammates now. Spotting those runs. De Bruyne. Castagna. And to find Lukaku. A convincing header there from Saliba. He has teammates to mop up for him. And Saliba will receive it back. Gives it back to Mike Maignan in the French goal. Upamecano to hook it forward as he was under pressure there. Fast heads it in the midfield, but Conte, the little demon in midfield, winning the ball. Certainly not the tallest player. Would make a good argument to say that he's the smallest player on the field, but certainly whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for energy. Here comes Mbappe, breaking into the box, breaking away from his man, and this shot just over the bar from Mbappe. That's what you see from him. That is bog standard Kylian Mbappe football, that. And the finish just over the bar. Usually you see those ones find the top corner. Maybe just lost his balance as he took the strike. But that weaving his way through that left-hand flank, breaking inside the box and just waiting for the net to bulge, but Just saw it sailing into the fans behind that goal, but again, better quality from France. Just again, that killer finish not there at this moment in time. Could that cost them? Certainly creating the chances to try and find those goals, but at the moment it's not coming. Maybe the belief that if France do get one, they might open a floodgate, but we've had no evidence of that so far. They find one against Poland, albeit a penalty. They didn't consolidate, didn't get that second one. That would have got them top of the group in the end if they'd held on to win that one. But ultimately, a draw because they couldn't get the second goal. But the evidence so far showing that France can maybe squeeze one goal out, but maybe just not enough to put a team to bed, which at the knockout stages, even when you are 2-0 up, you're still not comfortable. I mean, France will know that. They were 3-1 up against Switzerland in the 2021 European Championship, or the 2020 European Championships, when they ended up drawing that 3-3 and losing on penalties. I know it against Argentina as well. They were up in that final. Here's Griezmann. Down the right-hand side comes Koundé. Plays it across Mbappe. Tried to flick it through, but went all the way through the 6-yard box. Maybe took a deflection on the way through, but again, good creativity from France. Certainly from the wide areas. And that cutback from Jules Koundé. Flicked by Mbappe. There was no deflection in there. Just took a spin off Mbappe's foot. Certainly wasn't the most clinical of shots there from the French number 10, the French captain. Certainly pushing again, France. Belgium, at this moment, stumbling a bit. Haven't been able to get going. The cogs haven't turned in the final third yet for Belgium, and that's a poor pass by Tayet. Nicked away by Griezmann. Tchouaméni. Right wide it goes to Rabiot. As France come forward again. Hernandez on the overlap. Down the left. Back it comes to Tchouaméni. Mbappe in that half space. Back to Tchouaméni again. He has a bit of space to break forward here. Conte has to try and rescue that, but loses out, as he has to take one for the team there, although the referee says he won the ball fairly. I think he's got a point there, the Belgian, that it was a foul in Doku, but Conte deemed to have challenged fairly according to the referee. That was a bit of a shock. I'll have to see the replay, but from the angle up in the gantry, it looked like it was a free kick. Nonetheless, Koundé, Conte, low delivery, Griezmann took a heavy touch. Still Griezmann round the corner, Koundé. Cross was blocked again. Belgium certainly holding on well here. France continuing to push and probe and try and desperately find a way through, but ultimately Koundé a bit overzealous in that and gives away a free kick. Have to see this again. This is just the last one that was given for a free kick. I have to see Conte's on again, because it looked like he just looked like he came crashing in. To see it again, I mean, to be fair, the ball was away. I mean, it looks like Conte just kind of comes across him, and Doku tries to evade him and ends up flying into the floor. To me, that looks like a foul, but the referee allowed it to go on. I can see why Belgium may be getting a bit frustrated. I mean, both sides probably frustrated with a few of the decisions they've gone against them in the game so far. Hernandez to clear for France. None of the best of clearances. Goes out for a Belgian throw, which gets the Belgian fans up for this. Gives a bit of a cheer from that far right hand side. Belgium have barely got near the French goal yet, either in the first half or this First 13.5 minutes of the second half. Something that France have covered really, really well all over the tournament so far. They're protecting their goal, protecting their box, mainly through their dominance in play and the possession, but not been vulnerable to counterattacks as much as maybe some would have thought, as Griezmann taken down there by Doku. France get the free kick. Maybe just a bit late on the second one. Doku, Griezmann does very well, gets his body in the way. It is a free kick. Rabiot. William Saliba. Hernandez back to Saliba. Now Rabiot. Around the corner to Upamecano. He was pressured there by Luis Openda, but France do keep the possession. Conte. Saliba. Tchouaméni. Down the line to Hernandez. Not as keen to break forward as much to Hernandez, as Mbappe went down under a challenge from Onana. Wins the free kick. Saliba under pressure here. Does well to break away from it. Still weaving through. Almost giving away possession as Conte couldn't keep it. That was lovely from De Bruyne. That's a poor mistake by France. Here's Carrasco. What a challenge by Theo Hernandez. That was a fabulous challenge, and France celebrate like they've scored a goal at defending that moment. That was a wonderful recovery run by Theo Hernandez, but Carrasco had the goal gaping in front of him. Look at the passion in the French defending. How much defending means to them. There's certainly not by mistake that they've only conceded from a penalty. That is clear evidence that that's how much passion, how much defending means, and keeping a clean sheet means. As De Bruyne looking for the delivery from the corner. Just overhit that one. Doku will whip it back in, but that one telegraphed behind for a goal kick. As this change is going to be incoming, Marcus Thuram is going to make way, and it's going to be Randal Kolo Muani who's coming on. So straight swap here for France up front. Thuram has had one or two very good efforts, two very good headers in the game at least, both from Koundé crosses that have one went over the bar and one went wide of the post. See if Randal Kolo Muani can have that killer impact for France. Onana. Back to Castagna. Running already from Kolo Muani. Chasing players down. So Onana on the ball. Surrounded again. Looking to get his way through and run out of room. Lost the ball. Hernandez to pick up Rabiot. Kolo Muani. Conte. Rabiot, nice touch. Finds Kolo Muani. Taken down at the edge of the box. Referee says fair challenge. Letting a few of those 50-50s go as Koundé's ball is seen out for a throw-in to Belgium. And that's Belgium's turn to make a change. Luis Openda is going to make way now. And that's going to be for Orel Mangala. Orel Mangala is coming on. So maybe a switching idea from maybe a 4-3-3 possibility. 4-2-3-1 from Belgium. Maybe put Doku and Carrasco on the wings. Lukaku through the middle. De Bruyne just behind, maybe. Could be a switch up for Belgium incoming. We'll see how that develops. Seems to be the idea from what I can see here. Going to more of a maybe release Kevin De Bruyne a bit more, to create a bit more for Belgium. It's said it in the first half, he was sitting very deep, struggling to get the ball forward to have an impact from that area for Belgium in the game. And now he is really up further. He's alongside Lukaku here out of possession. Down the line by Upamecano. Koundé. Conte. Back to Deo Upamecano. Cross to Saliba. Hernandez. To Mbappe. Hernandez. Back again it comes. So both sides making slight tweaks to their sides to try and give them that little edge in the game. France have probably had the edge in terms of creating chances, and probably on the basis of the chances they've had should be out of the water here a bit. Oh, that's nice from Kolo Muani, nice play. Rabiot, Griezmann will strike off target. Again, another chance going nowhere near the goal from France again. A bit panicky there from Antoine Griezmann. Rabiot played a nice ball across. Bit maybe heavy, had to take the touch and he just struck it first time. Or struck it on the half volley, sorry. Antoine Griezmann there, and again just wayward in the effort. "25 minutes to go. France 0, Belgium 0. Here in Dusseldorf. Played 20 minutes of the second half, and the similar theme coming out of the game. France creating a lot of chances, not finding the finish. Belgium still struggling to find their attackers. With that change, bringing Openda off and bringing Mangala on, maybe that could change the dynamic here for Belgium. Lukaku was threatening him behind there. Belgium get the throw. Tayet caught in possession, but Griezmann's ball going out for a throw. Tayet goes all the way back to Vertonghen. Fass to Mangala. Tayet to Orel Mangala. Vertonghen to Fass. Now Onana. Out to Castagna. Has to go back again. France covering those spaces as well. All it could take is one moment in this game that can spin it on its head, whether it is a France moment or a Belgian moment. One moment that could turn into a goal that could really hype up one side heading into the final stages. It's good defending in there by Conte and Saliba. Tchouaméni now flays it forward and flicked forward to Rabiot. Out wide to Mbappe. On the left flank. Mbappe now back to Tchouaméni. Going to switch it out to the right. Find Koundé, but that was well anticipated by Arthur Tayet. Goes out for the France throw. On the right hand side as Carrasco had a bit of a problem there. Referee just making sure all was okay. Slight collision with Mbappe. Not much in it. Oh, okay to continue there, Yannick Carrasco. Tchouaméni. Hernandez. Back to Rabiot. Upamecano now. Conte. Down the wing to Koundé. Back to Conte. Now Tchouaméni. And pop one out to the left hand side. Nicely taken down by Hernandez and passed it first time as well. Rabiot. Hernandez. To Adrien Rabiot, breaking through. Couldn't find the space. Conte. Mbappe again, off the left. The drive in field. Plays it to Griezmann on the edge of the box. Lays it off now. Tchouaméni with a shot. Again, always rising. And goes behind. I think France need to be better there. And Griezmann does well to hold it up on the edge of the box, but something other than a and Aurelien Tchouameni's shot's got to be a better outcome in that moment. Seen a lot of those shots. None of them really near the target from Tchouameni. No disrespect to the player, but it's not going to be the next Ronaldo or Messi. Not that he should be. Not blaming him for being there. The wrong pass again. France just overplaying it at times, overcomplicating the situation. Just trying to create the perfect goal. Just over 20 minutes to go. Still 0-0. Extra time and penalties needed if necessary, or will be used if necessary, if we're level after 90 minutes. It's good pressure from France. Kolo Muani there linking up well. Griezmann, Conte, again getting in a bit of a muddle as Belgium get the bodies in the way. Onana, down the line it comes from Doku. Now Lukaku, who can try and run at the defence. Has Upamecano in his wake. Lukaku does well to play it off to Doku. Off the left now for Belgium. Theet. De Bruyne back to Arthur Theet. De Bruyne again. Belgium having a good spell of possession here. De Bruyne, lovely ball through the lines. Here's Lukaku! Blocked. Good save by Magna. That was wonderful play by Belgium there. France carved open by a De Bruyne pass. That is what he can offer for Belgium. As Mbappe comes forward up the other end, trying to weave us through the way through the box. As it goes down in the box, the referee says the ball was got there. Linked up well with Theo Hernandez. And now come Belgium again. Maybe the game's going to open up a bit more now. Maybe they are going to take a few more risks as the clock edges closer to 90. Keep those votes coming in the chat on the poll. Who's going to get to the quarterfinals? At the moment, France winning out. Over 69% of the vote. Do keep those votes coming in. And we'll close that poll fairly shortly. The referee just going to have a chat here with Mbappe and Vertonghen after they had a few words with each other there. See that? Mbappe just tried to weave his way through. Hernandez was onside. Cut it back and Mbappe felt he was fouled. Just here. No, there's not much in that. Mangala did very well in breaking up that move. Good defensive challenge there by Orel Mangala. France had 17 attempts in this game. Just 3 for Belgium, but only 1 shot on target apiece. Could they rue those missed chances, France? Will Belgium not be able to capitalise either and end up going home? Here comes Kolo Muani, sorry. Almost run out of room there, and Belgium played the ball back. Their keeper Castells had to clear it away for the throw-in. That was a nervy moment for Belgium. Didn't want to give away the corner. Castells had to hook it away for the goal kick, or for the throw-in, sorry. Tchouameni. Saliba. Aurelien Tchouameni. Down the line to Koundé. Have to say both sides have been strong defensively. That is a key this afternoon to why we're at this point. Conte, nice work. Tchouameni on the overlap. Look to cut it back. Away by Theet as Koundé battling there with Doku. Doku evades the challenge as Saliba does well. Blocks the ball. And Upamecano just about stops De Bruyne. Got away with one there. Here comes Tchouameni again. Breaking forward. It will be a France corner. Belgium wanted the foul on Doku, but the referee was having none of it. Free kick not given. Corner to France is the decision. Yeah, again, 6 of one, half dozen of the other, that one. Doku maybe going down a slight bit easily there against Tchouameni. Not much in that for me. Corner for France then. Antoine Griezmann to take. 6 French players in the box. Belgium, every one of their players back. Griezmann with a delivery. Cleared away at the front post. Koundé will pick it up. Find a bit of space here for Saliba. Nice touch in field. Saliba with a strike! And that one's very deceiving from that camera angle. Just see that again. Beat past Doku. And he took a nice strike. It was always curling away from goal, but goodness me, from the wide angle, that looked like a good moment there for William Saliba. Certainly not the one you were expecting to have a strike in the box for France. Just saw Lukaku's chance from a bit earlier on. That was fabulous from Tchouaméni. And then Maignan to make the save. Belgium's only shot on target of the match. Shows that both sides have struggled in the final third, that we've had only 2 shots on target. We're into the 75th minute. Sorry, 3 shots on target. France have had 2. It just shows you that at the moment both sides are still struggling, but 2 of those 3 shots on target have come inside the last 10 minutes. So maybe there's a hint that the game is opening up a bit more. Maybe willing to take a risk or 2 extra, both sides, in the latter stages. 15 minutes to go, plus additional time here in Dusseldorf. France 0, Belgium 0. The winner of this one will play the winner of Portugal against Slovenia, which is coming up a bit later on here in LFS. One goal could be enough now at this late stage as Castagna tried to come on the overlap, and that was strong defending by Theo Hernandez. Referee again saw nothing wrong with it, but Belgium can feel a bit hard done by. I don't think there's much in that either. It's just a bit too keen here, Belgium, to just commit those challenges, as the referee's going to give a yellow card here to Jan Vertonghen. Here for a challenge on Kolomowani, maybe. Yeah, I mean, they got tangled there. Again, another one where there's not much in it. Jan Vertonghen in the book for Belgium. And the Belgian head coach, Domenico Tedesco, also shown a yellow. I mean, Castagna and Hernandez have got a grapple of each other there. That's not a foul. Well, great decision by the referee. I can see that the Belgian player, or the Belgian fans and players, were not happy, but they both had a tussle of each other there. That's nothing. Strong defending, ultimately, from France. Both had a grab of each other. Conte tried to feed it through. Luckily got away with it. Tchouaméni was there to pick up. Koundé. Griezmann. Back to Jules Koundé. Upamecano now. Tchouaméni. Through the lines. Closed down well. Maybe a bit forced that from Tchouaméni. Although Lukaku tried to break for Belgium there, but passed it off right away and given away. Well picked up by France. Poor pass from Belgium there, though. Mbappe off the right there for a second. Tchouaméni. Hernandez. I do feel there is a goal in this. There is something coming. There's something brewing in this game. I can feel it. Just don't know what yet, though. It could be a penalty. It could be a set piece that could change this game, but certainly come down to one moment, one attack that will ultimately change the outcome. At the moment, neither are going through, obviously, at 0-0, and we'll, at the moment, heading to extra time. That's a lovely ball by Kolomowani. Koundé, the strike is over the bar again from Mbappe. Again, how many times have I said this afternoon, France have a shot over the bar? Have to learn to keep those shots down. They're just swinging at them with sheer pace, but no accuracy behind those shots again. And some frustrated fans behind that goal in French colours. On a knife edge here. As pressure from Kolomowani, ultimately a foul on Mangala. Free kick to Belgium. Onana. Mangala. To Arthur Teat. Back to Jan Vertonghen. Long ball over the top by Belgium. Lukaku was running in behind, but Upamecano saw it all the way and just ushered it back to his keeper, and Mike Maignan. Tchouaméni. He's pulled the strings everywhere for France this afternoon, Aurélien Tchouaméni. The French midfield have been very impressive. Once again, the likes of Rabiot, Conte, Tchouaméni, even Griezmann. It's the finish that's let them down. They should be cruising in this game if they could finish their chances. That's what's let them down again here. France, but certainly the football, the approach play, the build-up play, the one-touch football before the final third is fabulous to watch. No doubting their quality up to that point, but into the final third they've struggled with that clinical edge at the moment, and Belgium capitalising upon that in holding them out, but not able to do it anywhere up the other end for them. Belgium, 10 minutes to go. Whether sides will make any further changes as the cross comes in from Koundé, but that one is too close to Koen Castells, who will gather for Belgium. This could get edgy, tentative, tense. The latter stages of this game. Remember, extra time and penalties if the game is level after 90 minutes. Still a lot of changes on the cards. They've only made one change apiece, both teams. France bringing on Kolo Muani for Thuram and Louis Openda making way for Royal Mangala for Belgium. So not many's a change. They both believe that the players on the field are what are the best for what they're trying to get out of this game, to get them through. That's a nice run by Kolo Muani, stretching the defence. Griezmann though has to go back to Jules Koundé as Belgium get bodies back. And they look to go back with Tchouaméni. Just build from the back again, France. That's not been their problem, as I said. It's not been a problem at all. France building from the back of their creativity from deep. It's the finishing. That's a lovely ball by Tchouaméni. Just above him. Griezmann there was Teat as Doku battling hard with Conte there, and both going to the ground, but Doku will win the free kick. That's not been a battle I was expecting to be exciting today, but it has been. In N'Golo Conte and Jeremy Doku. Certainly wouldn't put them together in a match-up, but both fighting ever so hard. That's what they can certainly have in common in this one. Anyway, nice ball from De Bruyne, laid off by Lukaku. Here is Doku. Now De Bruyne, central here for Belgium! And Maignan with a save. That was a lovely chance for Belgium. De Bruyne starting it off and looking to finish it. But a big save from Mike Maignan to deny him. And that could re-energise Belgian attack late in the game here. That could be crucial. A moment like that could really ignite the fire beneath you. Just get over the line. France there having to do a bit of defending. Rabiot to head it out for the throw. All it could take is one special moment to change the dynamics, to change the outcome of this. The best way to win a game is scoring a late goal, but it's the most horrible way to lose, especially in knockout football, because your whole tournament can crumble in front of you in a drop of a hat. But your tournament can light up in front of you if you can get that late goal. Belgium became very close to getting that magical moment from one of their stars just there. Get a throw in Belgium on the left-hand side. 6.5 minutes. Just see this again. Really good work from De Bruyne. Lays it off. That's a wonderful pass by Doku. De Bruyne making the run through the middle. Had a bit of space and struck it sweetly, but Mike Maignan got down and made the save really well. Castagna. Ball nicked away by Saliba. No one there to pick up the loose ball for Belgium. Conte. Fingering it round to Griezmann. Back to Upamecano through the lines. Conte's continued his run on the right flank. There's not many French bodies forward. Conte's one of them though. Waiting for his teammates to join him as Griezmann gets the ball on the turn. Rabiot now. Mbappe much more central. Just about got that ball off to Theo Hernandez. We'll see the space open up. Lays it off to Griezmann round the corner to Koundé. In the box they come, France. Conte. Now Kolo Muani, the deflection is in! France take the lead! Randall Kolo Muani giving France the lead. Their only change in the game could be that special moment for Les Bleus. Belgium have held them at bay for over 84.5 minutes. VAR might have an intervention we're hearing, but at the moment, Randall Kolo Muani could be the star man in Dusseldorf for France. And that was wonderful from William Saliba earlier on to win the challenge. France keep the pressure on Belgian defence. Hernandez rides a challenge well. Plays it across to Griezmann. Round the corner to Koundé. Back to Conte. And then through to Kolo Muani on the spin. I take a wicked deflection off Vertonghen, I believe. See it again. It does. It comes flicking off the knee of Vertonghen. But when you don't strike, you don't score. And that is the slice of luck that maybe France needed. Randall Kolo Muani. They'll not care one bit that that was a deflection. All that matters is that they lead. And France could be heading into the last eights. Their horrible feeling of going out at this stage last time round won't be deja vu for Les Bleus. Unless Belgium can conjure up a late equaliser, just as England did yesterday to rescue their hopes. And it's gone down as an own goal for Jan Vertonghen. I think that's a bit harsh. It might have been on target from Kolo Muani, that strike, but officially given as an own goal by UEFA. We'll see what that has, as Belgium have to go for it now. Although closed down well by Conte was Doku. Nice touch by Mbappe, but well closed down by Fass. The game's got a bit edgy now. France lead, but only just. Belgium not down and out just yet. They've shown in this second half, Belgium, that they can test the French defence and test that French keeper. At the moment, nothing to show for it. There's not much time for them to try and show what they can do. 3 minutes plus additional time. As the ball in behind for De Bruyne. Saliba coming across and blocking it behind. And that's fabulous defending by William Saliba. That French defence, that back four for France has been so solid all afternoon as Belgium make double changes here. Yannick Carrasco's going to make way alongside Timothy Castagna. Coming on is going to be Charles de Ketelaere and Dodi Lukebakio. So De Ketelaere and Lukebakio on for Belgium later on. They try and change things. They change their fortunes in Dusseldorf. Will Belgium be buying out? Or will they bounce back to set up an extra time thriller? Or will France, who've nicked the goal, maybe a bit of a slice of luck, but they can't say that they haven't probably deserved it with over 18, 19 shots in the game. They've by far shown a lot more in the final third. And it has officially, as I was saying, gone down as an own goal from Jan Vertonghen. I mean, it might go to the dubious goals panel, that goal. It looked to me it was on target from Colomwani, but at the moment it's gone down as a Vertonghen own goal. Hernandez, a bit loose in his challenge there. Saliba wasn't that time, comes sliding in. Taking no prisoners in that one. The Arsenal defender goes out for the throw. Ultimately, actually, the referee's given a free kick there. That was strange. Didn't blow the whistle. Nonetheless, Belgium on the push. Time is of the essence now for the Red Devils to show their horns. All they need is one goal as a rising chorus of Le Marseillaise rings around the Merkur-Spiel Arena. Time running out for Belgium. Here's Luca Bacchio though. Runs across. Mangala. Now Doku across. Not cleared away. Hernandez to hook it clear. Tate has the strike straight at the referee, but he's going to stop the game as it comes crashing off the referee, and he apologises for that. He got in the way there. It's going to be a drop ball to Belgium. Tate just took a strike there, and the referee got right in the way. Uncontested drop ball was the decision, as was the right one. And we will have 3 added minutes. If they're going to do it, they're going to need to do it quickly, Belgium. Not much time to go. 3 minutes. Here's Luca Bacchio. Good challenge by Rabiot back there. France chasing bodies. Belgium looking to break into space. De Bruyne just behind Luca Bacchio, as that's booted clear by Tchouaméni. Up the field to play. Anywhere will do now for France. It's crazy how one moment can completely flip a game on its head. From France dominating the ball before leading, tonight 1-0 up and not looking to give Belgium any sort of chance at stopping them now, and just sitting a bit deeper, holding off the ball, allowing Belgium to have the possession and just clearing the ball away as they can. Dropped into a kind of a back 5 for a moment. Rabiot's just dropping a bit deeper alongside the back 4. Lots of bodies centrally. Here comes Doku though. Gets the cross in. Escape to Catalara. And that's just about cleared by Rabiot. Will be another throw into Belgium. Less than a minute and a half to go. It's do or die moments now for Belgium. If they want to go through, they need to show something right within the next moment or two. Mangala, now Doku, down the left-hand side, looking to weave his way through, spinning around defenders, and had to be put behind by Upamecano. That was glorious from Doku. Wonderful defending by Upamecano, but it's got those Belgian fans up behind that goal. De Bruyne, one of the best set-piece takers in the world over this one. Can he secure this for his team? Probably last best moment. Corner whipped in, away by Griezmann. Poor corner. France just can't break out at the moment, although they get the break of the ball there. Hernandez and Rabiot. Hernandez committing there. Just goes out for the throw. Still about 30 seconds to go. We're on the edge of our seats. Is there one last chance for Belgium? The ball popped into the box. Koundé to head it clear. And Griezmann to get it up the pitch as Colomwani tries to break away, and he does get away from Mangala. And this is perfect for France as they will get the free kick here. And a yellow card going the way of Oran Mangala. And that could be that for Belgium. That's fabulous from Randall Colomwani, holding off his opponent and just winning the free kick, buying the free kick to get his side a few extra seconds. And that's it. 3 minutes up. France are into the last 8. And Belgium, who fought so hard defensively, ultimately breached. It goes down officially as an own goal. And Jan Vertonghen, probably his last tournament for Belgium, ends in defeat, and ultimately the hardest way possible, because ultimately the goal ends up deflecting off him and into his own nets. France will not care how they did it. All they'll care about is that they did it. They weren't the most clinical on the day, but ultimately they got the goal that got them through. Final score in Dusseldorf: France 1, Belgium 0. Les Bleus are into the last 8. And that is it then. Our first game of the day done and dusted. So France are the opponents of either Portugal or Slovenia, who will play in an hour's time. Do join us for that one. Our second game of the day is certain to be an exciting one. Portugal against Slovenia tonight at 8. France are through. Who will be facing them though in the quarterfinals? We'll find out. Thanks for your company, and see you in an hour's time.